Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I decided to do that extra video which I'm going to upload alongside my review. So this is not about fragrances, this is about morning thoughts, talking about people, our lives. So something I thought of from real life, personal life, so I want to share with you. If you're looking for a fragrance related content, you can skip the video, absolutely fine. So hopefully you're doing good. I just finished doing a Mansera fragrance as well as a list for upcoming fall and winter, kind of like a romantic 10 fragrance in one video. Hopefully you like that. And this third episode, I want to talk about certain experience sharing. Okay, very particular topic I have on mind. The topic is how people carry themselves, surviving toxic people. Okay, surviving from toxic people. It can be relationship, it can be friendship, it can be companionship, it can be a lot of things. We meet a lot of people in life. Let's just get into the topic. Time check is going towards 2 a.m. 1:40 a.m. Okay, so peaceful and quiet, and now it's puja holiday going on. Puja is like for our Hindu brothers and sisters who are observing this, and most of the people left the city because tomorrow is Thursday, and I think Friday, Saturday, this is like a long holiday, so most people left the city, which is good news for me because I don't like the noise. Okay, so basically I was going back. I was just talking about this. We as human beings, we try when we're young, we want to be always surrounded by friends, companionship. We would like to go out, be active, go for trips, hangouts, dinners, lunch plans. And we always like knock our friends, hey bro, you want to go out for tonight? Let's go clubbing, or let's go like bowling and stuff like that. You have a lot of activities, different countries, different cultures. Some in USA, your fun night is having the, spend time with your boys with the big truck and just have like a whole 6-pack of Corona Extra, right? And then you just watch a game or something like that, right? That's your good time. Some other countries, they have clubbings, they go out. So that particular period, like you from college, university, that time is like one particular time. And then as you get older, get into university and stuff, your life gets a little bit serious. You get a little bit occupied. Then you go more of bars and stuff where you meet women, serious relationships. Some people get married in that time, masters, PhD, that time people get married and start a family. So once you enter the 40s that we are in, so I always talk from my four decades, right? So when I was young, life was like certain way, life was simpler. Not much of technology because we are 80s kids, right? And we are baby boomers, isn't it? Right. So basically, before us, there were obviously many other generations. I cannot talk for them because I was not there. So 70s, our country was born, Bangladesh. So 80s, I was born. So I have seen times where we used to have black and white television, at first TV, and then we had the color television, and then we had cable, and then slowly we started seeing phones, then mobile phones. So the technology sort of changed. Now it's about all AI and all this I cannot follow because I'm not very tech savvy. And I cannot follow a lot of things. Like I can't even tell if the video is like someone's like video came out or something. Let's say they said something controversial. I'm not quite sure if it's a real video or AI generated video because there are a lot of those, right? So you have to wait for confirmation, right? A lot of fake news and stuff. So world is a very weird place right now. World is full of violence. World is full of tension, hatred. I'll give you some examples. Recent times we had a Asia Cup. Cricket, those who do not know cricket, it's like your baseball but better. I was just kidding. Like it's a game that you play like different formats, 6-a-side, T20s, ODIs, tests, different formats. If you get into the game, then you'll realize or learn slowly. But back in the days, the World Cup, the T20 championship, test championships, Asia Cups, all those games, we used to have very simple understanding. That is, the game is about sportsmanship. Definitely it's about fierce competition as well, like India, Pakistan, big rivals. And obviously there is tension between the two countries, but not like this. Those who follow me, some of you from India, some from Pakistan, now it's like emotions are so strong. The politicians, the way they played stuff, now the world is like looking like they're ready for fighting all the time. When it's a game, it's turned into a battle, like it's like people will be hating each other, But I really miss those time when we used to watch rivalry like India, Pakistan, and it's about the game. It's people stay within the game. People break the TVs and stuff, but they don't fight with each other. Nowadays, it's about like hatreds and the hate comments between two nations, like literally like spitting venom. Whoever is doing it, everybody is guilty of it. Us, them, everyone. So now it's no longer about the game. People, the spirit of the game is gone, and when that is gone, and people are acting like tough, they think they can win. You cannot win anything, bro. You cannot win anything when there is literally no brotherhood. There's like literally no sportsmanship. Like one team is refusing to take the cup, other team is refusing to shake the hands, the other team is showing some other stuff. Woo. So it's becoming like the politicians' chess game, more of it, So I am losing interest in that game thing. Another side, it's you have seen the incident that happened like last month. I think last month, yeah, that incident when. Anyway, I don't want to talk about upsetting stuff, but anyway, so thing is like none of it is like helping, like liberals, and then there is like lefties, like different political parties. They all have so much hatred for each other, and there's so many genders. I'm like, I don't even know, but more or less, no one has tolerance. Nobody's asked like, are you thirsty? Can I get you a cup of lemonade or glass of lemonade? Children playing. It's all about hatred. People go at each other's throat. People go at each other's like rivals or races. They call them by names, like. So the thing is like the tension is so bad. The politics is ruining the life of people, and people themselves are ruining their life, because if people are not supporting this kind of stuff, toxic trends, the politicians cannot take advantage, right? But it's the people who want this. People want the division. People want to be calling themselves like, hey, I am this party, political party, and then you are that political party. So we cannot be friends. We cannot be brothers. We cannot be like buddies and stuff. Even if you work at the same office, you just go at each other. You Muslim, you Hindu. So this whole thing, dividing, it's creating a lot of unhappiness, and people are just like getting antisocial, right? Many of us, if you live in foreign countries, this is what you do, right? Like you lock yourself in an apartment, prepare your little noodles, watch a movie with your popcorn, with your little dog. I know many people like that, and there's nothing they can do. They don't want to be with people. I have been to few cities in Manchester, London. People stay by themselves. Like, this is my little space or boundary. I don't want to go out. I don't want people to come in. I don't want you to pet my cat, right? You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like, hey, Happy New Year, neighbor. You would like to come over for a drink or, celebrate together, firecrackers. No, none of that. So it's about like-minded people or particular political groups here and there. And it's just always constant hatred. One regime ends, another regime is coming in for the same purpose. And people are busy spitting that poison, So we're living in that era. So in this era, what I am trying to get into is this: when you actually socialize with people, and I'm not going to mention anyone's names, but I'm pretty upset with certain. When I meet people, they disappoint me. Obviously, maybe I disappointed them too. But this era, it's not possible to meet anybody sane, mentally okay. I'm not saying I'm mentally 100% okay. Sometimes I go through depression, but I'm very aware of law. I'm very aware of, how do I say, let's say ethics. I am very aware of society, how people must behave. Sorry, I'm rehydrating. And I always feel if I am not okay to be fit, to be out there, I don't go out there. If I am going to be a monster or something, I'd rather stay at home, not hurt people or play with their feelings or disappoint them. I like to stay by myself. Sometimes, I felt a couple of months back, I want to socialize again. I want to go out there. And I actually went out a lot. I did a lot of running, driving, partying and stuff. And I had a very good time. But slowly I realized it's all chaos. It's like a jungle out there. And it's like the city is just, more and more reaction you go through, you just realize that you're just getting tired. And you don't want to do any of it. You just want to get back, tuck yourself in the bed, in bed early by 8, 9, 10, and just watch films, YouTube and stuff. So we go through a lot of stuff, Most of the stuff that we go through, that people put us through negative experiences. Let's say you were in a relationship and it was very toxic. It was narcissistic. It was fighting. It was like a lot of heartache and a lot of, shouting and stuff. So from that, it's very difficult to recover. And those people who recover from this kind of toxic relationship, friendship, imagine those people, how they're living. They're always living in constant fear of, what if I meet another monster? If they meet people, they are having trust issues. They cannot trust people. They have serious, security, like insecurity. And nobody address them. I kind of see that, I'm always fearful. That's why I don't like to meet people, new people, because God knows what they bring in. So people always in the back of their head, because let's say people hate, like let's say we do this YouTube work, a lot of people hate us. I know that. And I'm a strong guy. I do not, I overcome, I just keep working. I'm like a machine. But even these machines, we have feelings, right? And let's say one fine day we just see a very hurtful comment on very, like, they try to insult us to the core with our looks, with whatever we are, and they just make fun of you, and it does hurt us the same. One more heartache, one more heartbreak, meeting someone, and then expecting something, like you have a lot of conversations, and then suddenly they just disappoint you. It hurts the same, because you actually started having faith, like maybe I found a good person or something. Literally, there's no good person out there. That's what it feels like. Nobody's normal. Everybody is like ready to fight, ready to suspect you, ready to just start a fight or something. I think that's why it's best, if you find peace within yourself. Let's say you are peaceful, you're at peace. You should stick to that, bro. If you have a good friend we can talk to for hours, and they just listen, and they're a good support system, and they also talk to you, you listen, and just like a very simple conversations, that's great. You should consider yourself lucky. But sometimes we have friends who are toxic. They always give us like certain motivation which is not good for us. If we execute their plans, we'll be in jail, or we'll be in big trouble. We'll be fighting with people. They will get us fighting with others, right? That's no good. If someone's ruining, like let's say I read it somewhere yesterday that imagine those people, you have a lot of time spent, and you come out of them and you just realize that you are worse off. You're feeling worse off inside. You're not feeling any better about yourself. You feel like toxic, about yourself, the world, and you hate yourself. Those are not good people for you, bro. Okay, so if you're still a little bit sane, if you still are normal, if you can come back and you can like enjoy the little things in life, like a croissant and the weekend with a coffee or a sandwich, turkey sandwich, and you just appreciate little things in life, you're not part of that rat race or that toxicity. I suggest that you heal yourself. In the New Year's, date yourself. I'm planning to do this. New Year's coming up. A lot of things are coming up. I think Halloween, the winter. I'm just gonna have a great time with myself. It sounds wrong, like some of you are thinking the obvious, like the lotion and all. And, that's just silly. But sometimes some people cannot live alone. They need constant validation, people. But I'm not one of them. I thought, maybe socialize a little bit and stuff, but it's not possible because people sometimes don't respect you as much. They don't give you that space where you are a little bit respected or valued. They just want to see you as per their requirement, and if you do not meet their bar of standard, they just immediately dump you. They just misbehave with you. They just say horrible things. So I am not saying that I want to be that monster again and then just hate everything. No, that's not the goal. Obviously there are kind people out there who are not on social network. Maybe they just switched off the social network. They don't look at the phones. Keeping the faith or the hope alive. I still have good friends, but especially getting into people like serious, like time spent, like you really have huge time spent with people. These people have to be worth it, Otherwise, life is very difficult. You will never get out of depression. You'll never get out of feeling bad. And I think more and more you focus on work, make money. I'm telling you something very odd. Make enough money that you don't have to worry about other things like paying your bills, eating good food. If you can get your bills covered, if you can eat good food whenever you want, you can travel and you just can like have a holiday, you'll be just great. No problem. I think you'll be fine. But these kind of people who are constantly working in the office, they cannot escape like me. I can escape because I stay at home. I am my own boss. I don't take toxic orders. I don't take mistreatment at all. I'm a very independent person. I'm scared of people, I'll tell you. That's why I stay away. I don't even socialize that much when people call me like meet up here and there. I'm going to avoid all the meetups from now on because when you go there, more so than happiness, people actually start talking behind you and then they just make you their enemy because you get some love, limelight, you get some praise. That makes people unhappy. This is the world right now. Okay, people are never happy for your achievements. They are just getting mad and sad and jealous, right? So imagine a person who have been betrayed so many times, heartbroken so many times, and then people mistreat them and they lie to them, they use them. So these people are still standing, smiling, nice people, they're surviving, they are survivors, but back in their head, they are damaged. And then the damaging is to a certain extent that people, they know themselves there something's wrong with them, they're carrying a huge weight, but they just shut it off. But sometimes, like you just go quiet. Imagine this big lonely holidays, and immediately you just watch a scene from a film, or you just observe something and opens that door, you just break apart. You are fine all these days. Let's say you went through a heartbreak, you're single, you're happy, you're okay, you met someone, and you even still have a boyfriend or girlfriend. But one day you're just feeling so lonely that you miss that other person that you were seeing, or they were with you, they're no longer with you, and it just totally shakes you. Like a song of Savage Garden, Break Me, Shake Me, right? So there was a song, I really love that song. But I just realized that, sometimes I go through that. It's like those storms hit you really hard, and you can see that, everything is like hurricane, yeah. It hits your house, you just survive like, it just at the corner and goes past. Sometimes it takes your whole house and the roof and everything. But if it goes past, let's say you're living in the coastal areas, right? And then you just survive it. That next day the sun comes up again, right? So you're okay. But sometimes you go through that tornadoes and stuff. But these people, when they just realize that how people cheated them, how people manipulated them for so many years, I can guarantee you one thing. You can be wounded, you can say, I have healed, I am okay now, but you are not okay. Back in your head, you always will think, man, some people really hate me. Some people really keep going at behind me, my back, and say bad stuff. And that you have to carry this weight on your shoulder. It's not easy. It's not easy in this world. So I would say, if you're going through that sort of thing, I can relate. And it's okay that we're still here. That's the thing I say, I'm very optimistic. We're still here. Despite all the heartbreak, all the disappointment, I went through, like maybe my life is not as tough as yours, but I don't have to do night shifts or hard work or labor. But the heartbreak always feels the same. It hurts here, and then when you see your favorite people is with someone else, it always hurts here, whatever. But life goes on, true. But I do sometimes open those chapters. I open the door, I go through the pages, I look back at the pictures and stuff, and I'm like, what could have been? What could have been that if this friend was still with me, I was still in touch with this person, or if we're just still going out. I know it's not possible no more because they have messed it up, right? So yeah, it's no longer possible, but such nice time spent with people, because our life is just ongoing. We cannot go back and just change it. We can only look forward to present and future. So at times you thought maybe, you'd be happy with someone, but then you're not, right? And you're not with them, or you're not happy with them, either one, which is worse. If you're with them and you're not happy, it's worse. But imagine you had some whole life plan, like I was going to be in Portugal, I was going to be here, I'm going to be doing things with them, with her stuff. It didn't come true. You carry that weight with you. It's always there. Even though you meet someone, you move on, and you are in a relationship, or you have new friends, if you have new community, those scars are always there behind you, okay? And you carry them, and you cannot escape them, because they taught you a thing or two about life, okay? So if you have that sort of stage that you are not past it, your scars and wounds are still fresh, and you're just going through heartbreak and everything, I would say hang in there. If you can hang in, there's a purpose of you in this life, okay? In this world, maybe you are meant to do something greater. You're meant to meet someone kinder, someone who will not be mean, or someone who's not cunning, someone who's not always with you for as long as they can get something out of you. There are certain people who will stick to you no matter what. That's like the movies, right? But they are there. Believe we have nothing else but hope in this world. It's a dangerous thing, it's like a thing that I always believe in. Some people give up, like there's no hope, let's just always stay pessimistic, always gonna be bad, I'm gonna be treated bad, I'm gonna be having bad luck. No, if you look out there, good things will happen. But it really bothers me. Something happened recent times, and I just decided to not really open up once again in a rush. I really want to get to know a person before talking to someone, what I mean? So don't trust people too quickly because you are needy, okay? So So take care, guys. And I am good. I am very strong person. We can keep working. I'm a very practical person. That's how discipline keeps me on the track. But if you are going through some tough time, I pray for you and carry on. Like live in. Like breathe in, and see what you still got, because you got so much still with you. Okay, rather than what you don't have. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.